G'day YouTube. Using a little Australian greeting for you. There you go, Bandit Nev. Ian, South Oz. Yankin Oz. So this is my Kaylee 7 on the 20... I have no idea. 8th of January. It's a Tuesday.
Now turn left.
23rd. Wait, I'm doing my math now. 27th. Today is the 27th, I believe. 27th of January 2020. And yours truly is on a trip out west. That's right, folks. I'm heading toward western North Carolina. And I'll tell you the surface reason and then the underlying reason. So the surface reason is that I threw away the emergency keys for this bike, thinking that they were emergency keys to my old Volkswagen Atlas that I traded in back in May. So I discovered to my chagrin that I don't have the emergency keys anymore. So if the battery died on this, there's no way I could get into the bags and possibly even get to where the battery is. I don't know how this bike does that. I really need to read the owner's manual and watch YouTube videos and stuff. I'm just a lazy man. I saw Jay's video where he fiddled with those emergency keys because he loves finding out how everything works. He's good at that. And so I thought, oh no, I don't have those keys. So I called up my dealership where I bought this bike, and I love my dealership. It's Honda of North Carolina. They're located in Granite Falls, North Carolina, about a half an hour north of Hickory, North Carolina. And I love them. They're great. No pressure sales, great deals, friendly people, generous. And when I had my problem in Colorado, where the service tech there was telling me that my what was the steering head bearing was bad or loose and might have to be replaced, and it was going to be several days or a week or more, and I'd have to pay $1,700 for it, and it's not covered by my, warranty and all. And I thought, wait a minute, this sounds very ungood. Sketchy, really. Look at me not giving myself any escape route here. Come on, Mikey, wake up. So, I called up Granite Falls, Honda of North Carolina. I'm going next, you.
In a quarter of a mile, turn left onto Sena Circle.
So I called Honda of North Carolina all the way from Colorado, and I said, hey, this is what they're telling me. And if this is true, I'm pretty pissed off because I just bought this bike in April and already something ain't covered, something major, and it's only September. So the guy says, hang on, we're gonna look into it. We'll get back to you. So their people, they put their heads together and they said, this doesn't sound right. It's not right at all. So they called Honda corporate. I don't know if that was in America or Japan, but they called Honda corporate, the bigwigs, and said, hey, this is what our guy's being told out there in Colorado. And so, all of a sudden, all hell comes down on Colorado from Honda corporate. They call the manager of the place and says, what the hell are you telling this guy? Not covered. So I'm waiting to hear from anybody about what's going on. I'm sitting there in a dealership, taking my time. And I walk into the service area to talk to the tech to see if she heard anything new. And the manager of the whole place is reaming her out. He says, are you the one working with Michael Jones? And she says, yeah. And I just happen to be standing there. I said, yeah, that's me. He says, aha, okay, so why did you tell him? And I'm like, oh, shoot. He's just reaming her. You told him the wrong thing. You shouldn't have told him that. And why would you do that? And da-da-da-da-da. Woo-wee. Just blasted her. And I was told that she was unaware. She was kind of new. She didn't. They deal with multiple brands, and so she didn't know the specifics of the brand. But she seemed awfully certain when she said it's not a covered item. So there's a part of me that thinks that they were trying to screw me. And of course, they have plausible deniability. And so they got my bike fixed up in no time. The reason for the looseness of the head bearing was when I got the flat tire, thanks Jay, they put it on a flatbed, and I think I recall seeing something from Traction Dynamics about how you can totally strap down this motorcycle by the handlebars. So that's what we did. We ratchet strapped the bike down on the front by the handlebars. And off we went. 170 miles of bouncing up and down.
Now turn right.
Sorry, folks, for my continual pausing, but I feel vulnerable. Big things around me. So when it got to the dealership and I went to bring it down the ramp, I noticed that, you know, my handlebars were very loose, kind of this away. And I thought, that ain't good. I must have messed something up. So that's the steering head bearing that was loose. So tying it down the way I did, apparently it pushed something that didn't get pushed, or I don't know what. But it was easily fixed. No need for a new head bearing. I have had no problems since. And I'm a happy guy. Yeah, I've been fine ever since. And Granite Falls, Honda of North Carolina, they saw to it that I was fine. So that's why I'm going there. Now, you could say, well, Mike, why don't you just order new keys? Here's the thing, too. I called them up. I said, I need these keys. They said, all right, well, we'll get blanks. They called me up. They said, we have the blanks. Now, in order to get the keys cut to fit my bike, there's a place nearby there, a locksmith of some kind, that will be able to cut the keys. And I said, well, how does that work? I mean, how do you know what shape to cut the keys in? And he said, they stick something in the keyhole, and that makes the shape or something, and then they go and cut the key. I don't know. So I guess that's what they're going to do. I'm going to find out. Now, you might be thinking, well, Mike, why don't you just have them mail you the blanks and go to a locksmith here? Or why don't you order it from Team Power Sports in Garner, North Carolina, which is only like 5 miles away? Well, I'll tell you why. A, I really like those people and I want to throw my business when I can. B, the real underlying reason is I need to ride. I just need it.
Turn right onto Lake Wheeler Road and then immediately turn left.
I just need to ride. You ever have that happen to you? You're just like, screw this, I don't care. I'm going to ride.
Now turn